Hello, Facebook world. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm once again in a building with really poor reception, so I'm not quite sure if you can hear me. Good or bad is our topic today. And what I wanted to talk about, good or bad, is I have a car problem. And my first instinct was to say, there's a noise coming out of my car. And my husband said, well, is that a bad noise or a good noise? I'm like, it's a noise coming out of my car. It's probably not a good noise. And then I realized, how often do we give personality traits to inanimate objects or inanimate things, things that don't have personalities? So like we say, that's a bad noise coming out of my car. No, it's not a bad noise. It's a noise. It's neither good nor bad, but it's a noise that's different from what I'm used to hearing. So therefore, it alerts me that something's going on in my car. So should I worry about it? Or should I not? Now, if it was a quiet thing and it didn't make any noise, then I wouldn't know something was going on with my car. So do you see where I'm getting at? Is it really a bad noise? It's an alerting noise. It just is. Now, the other thing I thought about it is we often say things like, oh, I can't have that. That food is bad. Really? The food is bad? And that came into my mind because as we're coming up to the holiday seasons and New Year's and people making New Year's resolutions, people start thinking about what's good and what's bad. Good and bad. I am alive. I'm alert and I feel great. But good and bad. Is food good or bad? No. Your body needs nourishment. So is food that is really yummy bad for you? Well, if you consume a lot of it, yes. If you drink a ton of water, you can die. I mean, it's all relative. Everything in moderation. So back to what I was saying with good and bad. I challenge all of you, as you're looking and going through your holiday parties and thinking about your resolutions, and remember, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. Just if you want to do something, do it now. Have it done and be ready by New Year's. And that way you already have it as a habit. So I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. But I do challenge you for good and bad. Throughout your day today and for the rest of the year, basically, I challenge you to not use the word good or bad. Rather, just accept something as it is. Like, oh, have you been naughty or nice? Oh, that guy's been really bad. Is he bad or is his behavior bad? Something to think about. And changing that perception and taking things, instead of being as good or bad or a situation, or like with me, with the whole cancer, everyone's like, oh, it's so terrible that you have cancer. No, it's neither good or bad, it just is. And then you deal with it. So stop and think before you label something good or bad, that it is as it is, and that you handle it as it is, not as something that is good or bad. And then once you see that it is, find the good in it, find the silver lining, find what you can learn from that situation that you might think is bad or is good. Hypothermia, death by water. Yes, Nathan, you can. Bad water can be bad. But it can be very good. It's all part of us, right? But just think about it. It's a simple concept, good or bad, and is. My car is in the shop right now because it is acting up. It is acting outside of normal. But that's okay, because now I'm not going to be on a highway between here and Nebraska and it's breaking down on me. It is. And I challenge you again. Look at everything that happens in your life and stop labeling as good and bad, and see it as it is. And then try to find the goodness, the silver lining, the lesson. And if you are a New Year's resolution type of person, start today. Don't wait for the new year. Once your brain decides it wants to do something, just do it before it changes its mind. So have a great week, and I will talk to you next week.